More than 20 years ago, the new Carissa freighter ran aground near Coos Bay. An estimated 140,000 gallons of fuel leaked, harming thousands of animals. But as Fox 12's Haley Rush reports, the recovery efforts from the devastating disaster are now spanning across the entire Oregon coast.
It's a place that draws you in. But the Oregon Surf and Sand is more than just a destination for visitors, but a place many call home.
This is prime opportunity to see some fantastic wildlife.
Brian Fowler is a park ranger supervisor for Oregon State Parks.
Talking's not a problem for me.
And today, he's not talking about the wildlife out there, but pictured on here.
This panel here is one that you're going to see throughout the coastline.
66 panels, including this one at Cape Mears, are now placed at 24 different state park areas along the entire Oregon coast.
Every panel is going to have some continuity to it, but also is going to be site-specific to the resources that are at that said refuge or park.
The panels installed last summer came about because of a disaster. More than 20 years ago, the new Carissa freighter ran aground near Coos Bay. An oil spill followed, killing and injuring more than 2,000 seabirds. As part of a $28 million settlement with the ship's owner and U.S. Coast Guard, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service secured more than $400,000 to create a public education project aimed at protecting wildlife along the entire Oregon coast.
So we teamed up with parks and said, if we can together create these panels, can we place them on state park property, and then visitors can learn and look at safely from a distance the wildlife. I don't want a visitor to be able to walk by these panels without looking at them. So I wanted them to burst with color and just be visually stunning so we could draw people in and then educate them about, some interesting fun fact about the biology, but also the impact that they may have on wildlife and how they could improve it.
And it's not just visitors noticing the panels.
Very, very proud.
Recently, they won a national award for top outdoor exhibit.
What you don't want in an interpretive panel is just too much text, too much information. You want a good mix of what is storytelling, what is education, and what is visually attractive, and can all of that be digested by a visitor in a short amount of time, because we're all competing with everyone's time, whether it's phones or this beautiful, stunning visual around you.
And if you ask Fowler, who is out here day in and day out, just like the Oregon coast itself.
Boats? Yeah, by the fire hall.
These two are drawing people in.
People are taking that extra time, that 30 seconds to a minute, to not just read about the awesome snippets about the wildlife, but just also how you can be smart about going and observing. And it's more than just the interpretation. We really are trying to find some fantastic ways for people to connect. Sorry, I had a pair of bald eagles there. It got me distracted.
And you can drive along the entire Oregon coast to see those panels. We have also, though, provided a link at kptv.com where you can take a look at all 66 of them. Pretty cool.